Hello friends! Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've gotten here, it's because probably I told you to come because you're a friend of mine. If you got here on your own or from following me on Instagram or anything, thanks for checking in. I really appreciate it. Just going to start off by talking a little bit, I guess, about who I am. My name is Carissa, if you didn't know already. I'm 27 years old. I live in Ontario in Canada. Yeah, so just a small bit about me. I've always been an active person. I've been involved in different sports my entire life. I guess I can say about 4, maybe 5 years ago is really when I kind of started getting interested in health and fitness and lifting weights. Although it was kind of intermittent, I'd be super serious for a couple months and then I'd fall off the bandwagon and then have to get back up and start again. But I guess in the last maybe year, 6 months to a year, is when I've kind of really gotten serious. Now when I say serious, I don't mean like I haven't been lifting every single day or perfect every single day. It's kind of still been intermittent, but more so week by week rather than like long periods of months of not doing anything. Let's get into why I wanted to make a YouTube channel. How about that? So I will be traveling to England for the summer on an exchange. I'll talk about that a little more in a minute, but basically I was struggling with how to continue my health and fitness journey while traveling to a new country, probably several new countries if I do any traveling around Europe, while still being able to enjoy the culture, try some cultural foods, try cultural drink, that kind of thing. And I didn't really find much out there to help me. A lot of YouTubers will talk about like tracking macros and stuff or getting workouts in while they're traveling, but it's generally on a short-term basis, a week, maybe 2 weeks at most. I, however, am going to be gone for 3 months. So, I kind of realized that it's going to be a learning curve for me, something that I'm going to struggle with, that I'm going to have to learn through as I go and figure it out on my own. But I kind of thought it would be fun and interesting to be able to share that with people. So first of all, share it with my family and friends who know that I'm going and who I won't necessarily be able to talk to all the time. So I thought this would be a really great way for them to share the experience with me. And then also for people who are in a similar situation to me. So people who maybe have to travel a lot for work or, just want to travel in general, want to travel long term, or people who are students like myself. Again, I'll get into that in a minute, but who are going, studying abroad, researching abroad, doing whatever. And so I thought it would be a great way for me to share what I've learned with people who might need similar help or want similar tips or to live a similar lifestyle. So yeah, that's kind of why I thought it would be interesting to start a YouTube channel. Just to document what I'm going through, document things as I learn them, document my journey to share with people. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, what else to talk about, but I thought it'd be fun just to, again, get into a little bit more about me and, try to see if there's anything you can relate to and why you might want to follow along with my journey. I kind of came up with maybe 5 fun facts about myself. So the first fact, and kind of the most relevant to why I'm starting this YouTube channel, is that I am actually a student. So I am a doctoral student in forensic psychology. So I have my bachelor's degree. I have a Bachelor of Science honors in just psychology, general psychology. I also hold a Master of Arts in Forensic Psychology, and now I'm doing the doctoral studies. So with that comes the reason I'm going to England is I'm going on a research scholarship. So I will be over in the UK for 3 months doing research with a professor over there. It's a really great opportunity. I'm very, very excited. I can't wait. Fact number 2 is that I am a competitive cheerleader. Yes, cheerleader. I know, right? It's still kind of funny when I think about it myself sometimes, just knowing the kind of person that I am. Most people don't expect that I'm a cheerleader, but I promise you it's real. I'll put a picture like right here or something to show you that, yep, that's me. I'm a cheerleader. Cheerleading, though, it's not quite what you think. Most people think of cheerleading and they think it's pom-poms and cheers and cheering on another sports team or something. But being competitive, my team and I, we don't cheer for another sports team. We cheer for ourselves. We have a 2.5-minute routine that we perform at various competitions, ultimately leading to the World Championship. So our 2.5-minute routines include tumbling, which is what you would think of gymnastics. So running, tumbling, round off handspring fulls, standing tumbling with some standing tucks, standing fulls. They also include jumping, so toe touches, hurdle jumps, pike jumps, and we do mostly stunting. So this is where we actually take girls and put them over our heads and make them do tricks in the air, for those of you that don't know. I can get into a little more about cheerleading, in another video if you want me to. But just suffice it to say that I'm a competitive cheerleader. I don't cheer for another sports team, and I lift girls over my head. Another fun fact, it's not something that I generally share a lot or brag about, but it is something that I'm proud of. I am a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo. So I've been doing Taekwondo for over 16 years now. My father and I started when I was 10 years old. Nope, I was 11, sorry. 11 years old. And then my sister joined us just a couple of years later. But yeah, I'm a 3rd-degree black belt there. I love it. I've been competitive in that sport as well. I've gone to Eastern Canadian Championships. I've gone to national championships. And I actually went to the World Championships once. Although that's not quite as fun as it sounds, I promise. Another fun fact, I lived in New York City for a 1.5 years. That is where I did my master's degree. So for my first year there, I lived right in Manhattan, right near Madison Square Garden. Got to experience what big city life was like, which is so wonderful. I'm so glad I lived there. I feel so thankful every day that I got to live there. And then for the other half that I was there, I lived over in Brooklyn. So I kind of got to experience the other side of New York, for lack of a better way of saying it, the more hipster side of New York. You're in a more residential neighborhood with all the bodegas and the pizza shops and the coffee shops, but then still got to go into the city every day to go to school. So it was a really, really fun experience. And lastly, just one last fact about me. I'm a Newfoundlander. So I come from St. John's, Newfoundland, which is on the east coast of Canada. And I have to say it's probably one of my proudest facts about myself. Anybody who knows Newfoundland culture or knows a Newfoundlander knows we're a very proud people. We'll always say we're from Newfoundland before we even say we're from Canada. Newfoundland is a very unique place to live and to grow up. I lived in the city, so I got to experience what it was like to live in a populated area, but at the same time, Newfoundland is just such a small place, or I shouldn't say small, it's a really big island, but is so sparsely populated that I was also able to experience what it's like to go camping and to have a cabin and to have small town living, I guess. Like my cabin was 30 minutes outside of our city, outside of where I lived. So every single weekend I got to be up in the country, out in the wilderness, exploring the outside, not just living in a city and never getting to experience those things. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I don't really know how else to talk about this or to go into this video, but I just wanted to give a little bit of introduction about me and kind of why I wanted to do this YouTube channel, and I guess what you can expect from me. I don't really know yet. I'm just kind of gonna go with the flow and see what happens, see kind of like what videos I like making, if I end up getting anybody that wants to subscribe to this channel, see what they like, I guess. But hopefully, you know, I'll get into some full days of eating. I do like those videos. I want to share what it would be like to eat a generally healthy, macro-friendly day of eating while still incorporating some cultural foods and cultural elements as well that maybe aren't tracked or are very loosely tracked. I'll try to do some workout videos. Given how awkward I generally tend to be, those ones might be a little bit further in the future. But I do want to share some workout videos, especially on days when, or weekends I should say, weekends when I will be traveling to maybe even another country. I'll probably end up doing like a lot of home workouts or like hotel gym workouts. So you kind of have to get a little bit creative with those. And I'd kind of really like to share those with someone and document them just to, you know, have an idea of the kinds of things that I'd be doing on the road. I apologize for that really abrupt cutoff there, but this will just be a last clip before I end this video. I just wanted to give you guys an intro to me, why I'm starting YouTube. That's it. So if you found your way here and you'd like to follow me on my journey, please feel free to subscribe, like the video if you thought it was okay for a first YouTube video. If you have any criticism, comment below. I'm really open to it. I obviously have a lot to learn, and I'm really excited to do so. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.